Hey everyone, what is going on? So I'm showcasing my tournaments today, or not my tournament, but my Go Battle League run, and I am using a solid team, the best 3 Pokemon, they're actually number 1, 2, and 3 on pvpoke.com, so I went with it, Registeel, Altaria, and Azumarill, and I wanted to see how I did. Now, I did really well. I actually went 2 5-0 sets. I only recorded 1 though, unfortunately, and then I went, I think, 3-2 a couple of them, and yeah, I basically did really well. And yeah, as I said, we have Registeel, Altaria, and Azumarill. And I like Registeel in the lead because I have been seeing a lot of Skarmory lead thanks to For the Battle's amazing team. So obviously Registeel is definitely going to be good against Skarmory. And I also see quite a few Altaria leads as well. Well, opposing Registeel, which obviously if it's a mirror match, it could go either way depending on baits and everything. Or CMP ties, I guess. But yeah, so we have 1 5-0 set to show you today, and right now we have the Altaria, which we do go ahead and feint that Swampert. And let's see what comes in, going to be that Altaria, so I do go ahead and sneak in the Dragon Pulse, hoping that they would think maybe it was a Sky Attack and not Shield, but they do go ahead and Shield, so nice Shield on their end. But that's okay, because Altaria already did this job. We could just safely bring back Registeel and go for Flash Cannon. Now, Registeel does beat Altaria, of course, but Altaria will beat Registeel if Altaria double shields. So keep that in mind, because the Dragon Breath damage still does add up quite a bit, right? Now, I'm not saying it's worth double shielding. I'm just saying that is how Altaria can beat Registeel. But right now, we're going up against an Azumarill, so I do go ahead and get off a Flash Cannon. That Flash Cannon going to do a good amount of damage. We could take this even if it's a Hydro Pump. If it's a bait, that's even better. It's going to be a Play Rough, so we could easily take Play Rough just fine. Trying to get to another Flash Cannon. Unfortunately, he gets to a charge move, but I'm like, okay, I don't think this is going to be a Hydro Pump. It's another Play Rough, and we do take it and get to that Flash Cannon. So didn't have to use the shield because he was going for Play Roughs, and maybe he doesn't even have Hydro Pump. And we do go ahead and knock out his Azumarill, and now his final Pokemon is that Altaria, and we just switch into Azumarill, and he does back out because one Ice Beam would have sealed the deal. So good game to my opponent, really well played. And we're going to go ahead and jump into the next game with the same team, of course. Just rocking this team. Worked really well. I am currently ranked 2400, so 100 points away from rank 9. Feels like the new rank 10, right? But anyway, the next game we have a terrible lead against the Haunter. So I am going to bail into Azumarill, my safe switch. He switches into Tropius, so that's a really nice play on him. He switched super fast, probably because Tropius doesn't do much against Registeel. But he hasn't blocked the Ice Beam, which is definitely good for me. However, these Razor Leafs are chunking away. So do I shield this? I do, because I want the option of winning this lead. And even if he does shield my next incoming Ice Beam, well, at least take a shield. It'll be even shield at that point. So I do shield and go for the Ice Beam, and he shields. So I'm like, okay. So at this point, I knew I could come in with Registeel and farm down. And that's exactly what we're going to do. He does get off a charge attack, but Registeel does resist all of the moves. The Razor Leafs still do a lot of damage, though, so you do have to watch out for that. But at least we knock out the Tropius. We'll have to see what comes in now. We will have to see what comes in now. We did take out that Tropius. In comes an opposing Registeel. So I'm going to go ahead and go straight Focus Blast. I have noticed in the mirror match, a lot of people don't shield their Registeel in the first hit because Registeel can still take it, and that's the case here. Now I switch into my my Altaria. Now I love this because I'm going to go ahead and shield this attack, Shadow Punch, and I should be able to farm down. I do go for the Sky Attack because I want to take the last shield. I didn't have to go for that Sky Attack, but I wanted to claim his final shield as we do, so I was pretty confident I could farm down. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to. I was thinking this would be a Shadow Ball, which it is, so that does knock me out, so that's really unfortunate. However, I was like, if I could just farm down, I'm like, no, a Shadow Ball is going to knock me out. But luckily, he did not have the energy for the Shadow Ball. It's just a Shadow Punch, and we could farm down with Lock On, and we can get to a Focus Blast and take this win. So that was a very close game, but we're actually able to pull it off. Haunter is definitely difficult to battle against, guys. It really is, especially if it has shields. Haunter is such a fantastic Pokemon, but we are able to win that one, so really well played on my opponent, and they almost got it, but we were able to sneak in that win. Luckily, that was not a Shadow Ball, it was just a Shadow Punch against my Registeel. If it was a Shadow Ball, that would have knocked us out. But we're going to jump into my next round, and it's going to be Melmetal versus my Registeel. So, how does this matchup go? Well, I'm just going to go ahead and go straight Focus Blast. Now, to be honest, Melmetal is so squishy, Focus Blast knocks it out in one hit, so I probably should have baited it, whereas Registeel, it doesn't knock out in one hit, but I didn't bait, and we do get a shield. So I was kind of like, I was thinking about baiting as I was clicking on the lock-ons. He does go for superpower, and he's going to go ahead, and this is another superpower. I don't shield because after that debuff, I knew I could take it. I knew it would be low, but we could still take it, and we get to another focus blast. So what this allows me to do is either take his last shield, and then I'll be up 2 shields, or knock him out. So we do knock him out. If he used the shield, we would have been up 2 shields, even though we would have lost the lead. So either way, I felt like that was pretty good. I bring in my Altaria, and Altaria is definitely weak to Rock Slide, so I am going to go ahead and shield one of them. So I do shield that Rock Slide, and I'm going to go ahead and go for my Sky Attack just to get off damage. I'm not expecting the shield at this point because it's not going to take out the Deoxys. And I knew I could take 1 Rock Slide, so I think he gets to 1. No, he switches out, never mind, into a Zoom Out. So I do go ahead and I see that switch, and I do go for the Sky Attack because I want to get damage on that Azumarill, so my Azumarill in the back could have the advantage. So I farm up a little bit, hoping to catch an Ice Beam, but I wasn't able to. But yeah, so I figured, okay, even if it has Play Rough now, we're up in terms of health. It doesn't, it has Hydro Pump. So, you know, we should be looking pretty good, right? We should be looking pretty good. We should be able to win this. We're even on shields. So I go ahead and go for my Hydro Pump. And just one more Hydro Pump to knock him out. And it looks like he lagged a little bit, or she lagged a little bit, and so it's really unfortunate. I generally don't stop attacking anymore. I used to, but my opponents don't stop for me, so it's like, it's a free-for-all, right? There's nothing you could do about it. It's unfortunate, but it happens to all of us. I've been on the receiving end of the lag. It's really unfortunate, but it is what it is. Until they fix the servers or move to new servers, that's just the way it's going to be. So yeah, that's what I would recommend. Just keep on attacking, even if your opponent's lagging. The only way I stop attacking now is if it's somebody I know, or like another YouTube content creator. So, you know, other than that, I generally don't. I don't want to sound like the bad guy here, but there's really nothing you could do about it. Because, you know, your opponent's not going to stop for you, so why should you stop as well? And besides, we all want to increase in rank. Anyway, it was a little bit of lag in this game. It wasn't too much. I think I would have won anyway, but I'm just saying. Either way, good game to my opponent, so I'm going to jump into the next game. Is this game 4 or 5? We'll have to see. So let's see what is going on for us. Yeah, I've been really liking this team. I mean, I know it's like, it's a meta team. So here we go. Here's a shiny Skarmory. Obviously, I don't know if it's for the Battles team. It's not, because an Azumarill is on this team. But when the Azumarill came in, I'm like, okay, I'm going to stick around and go for a Flash Cannon. I do want to keep my Registeel for that Skarmory, though. So I'm trying to get off another one. An attack does come through, so I am going to go ahead and opt to shield this because I know Registeel can handle that Skarmory just fine in the back. And I do go for my Flash Cannon, so we'll see if she decides to shield this this Flash Cannon or not. She does not. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead. Do I just stay in? Maybe I just stay in. Okay, I go for another Flash Cannon, so this is going to waste all her energy, or she's going to use a shield. We'll have to see. She does use a shield. Okay. So now an attack comes out. Do I let this go through? I do let it go through. Okay. It's going to be a Hydro Pump, so much for saving my Registeel for that Skarmory, but I figured, okay, now I could just lock on down. So in comes Shiftry, and I'm like, okay, great. We're probably going to get a shield because this is Flash Cannon, and she's going to have to shield, as she does. So she'll be able to farm us down, probably already at a Leaf Blade, but I do have Altaria. Now, Altaria can definitely take a couple foul plays, but it still adds up in damage. Look how much damage that does. So I'm expecting the switch. Here comes the switch, so I bring in my Azumarill. Now this is still favorable for me for sure because I am up a shield, plus Hydro Pump hits like a truck, especially against the Skarmory. So the Sky Attack comes out. We're able to take it just fine, and going for the Hydro Pump. Do not have to worry at all for any shields because she has none. So now I'm just going to go ahead and farm down. I'm expecting another charge attack. It is going to be another Sky Attack. I think, yeah, I go ahead and shield this because I want to farm down that Skarmory and have an Ice Punch ready to go for the Shiftry. So I am going to go ahead and do just what I said. And now we click on the Ice Beam. And I think I said Ice Punch, but I meant Ice Beam. So we're going to go ahead and go for the Ice Beam to knock out the Shiftry. And we are going to win that one. Is that the last game? No, I think there's one more. I think that was the 4th game. So, okay, good game. So, yeah, we're going to jump into the 4th game, and we'll see what we have going for us. We'll see who wins this one. Well, I win because, you know, this is 5-0, but we'll see what happens. So I'm going to lead with my Registeel versus a Azumarill. So, more or less an even matchup. We'll have to see what this does. Generally, I shield up the first attack from a Azumarill with a Registeel because I expect the Hydro Pump. I do not expect the bait. I don't think you should bait. I think you should go straight Hydro Pump because a lot of people don't shield up the first attack, but they might bluff the second, the second attack or the third attack to try and get a shield. But with the first attack, generally they don't. Occasionally I've seen bluffs, but most of the time I don't think people bluff the Hydro Pump against the Registeel. So we do a lot of damage. He is not using the shield, totally fine with me. So we get off another Flash Cannon, and if he doesn't, he's probably going to shield us, right? We'll have to see. We're probably going to get a shield. Nope. Going to allow a Zoom Out to go down. In comes Mawile, and I noticed that obviously that Mawile doing a lot of damage. It's not a Shadow version, but it's still doing a lot of damage with Fire Fang. But I'm going to go for Focus Blast. Unfortunately, the shield comes up. Should have went for Flash Cannon. Probably could have gotten to 2. Yeah, I could have definitely gotten to 2 Flash Cannons, but that's okay. It would have been neutral. Bringing in a Zoom Out, in comes that Razor Leaf Ludicolo, Razor Leaf. So I bring in my Altaria. Definitely a huge situation for Altaria. Now, you do have to keep in mind that Pokemon has access to Ice Beam. So Altaria cannot and will not appreciate an Ice Beam. So I am going to go ahead and commit my last shield because I knew I would be able to farm down, not farm down, but I'd be able to beat it. I do, there's no way I was going to risk the farm down because I was expecting an Ice Beam. So I'm going to go ahead and go for that Sky Attack. And now keep in mind, I do resist all of Mawile's moves besides Play Rough and Iron Head, but Play Rough is super effective, but it takes a little bit longer to get to, so we're able to take Power Up Punch as well as Fire Fangs because, as I said, we do resist them. So I'm just going to get off some damage with Sky Attack, and I am going to go ahead and wait for her to fire off this attack. I was about to switch, but I decided to wait for her to fire off the attack so she'll have less energy so I could switch into Mawile. I probably didn't need to do that, but I decided to and go for the Ice Beam to knock it out just in case. Even if she has an Iron Head or he has an Iron Head and went for it, it wouldn't have knocked me out anyway, but that's what I did. So we do go ahead and win that one. So that is a 5-0 set. So great games to all of my opponents. As you can see, 5-0. And the encounter is going to be a Beldum. What else is new? That's all I get nowadays. And that's going to be it for this video, guys. I will see you all in the next one. I hope you have a good day. As I said, I'm currently ranked 2400, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye. Thank you so much for checking out my latest video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter. If you like this video, check out one of my other videos that you'll probably enjoy.